All right. Nope, I forgot to add the intro video, so there you go. That one's on me. It's always something.
Are we live?
Oh yeah, we're live. Yeah. So PK,
Sweet.
play.
Yeah. Welcome to the Juicebox Heroes podcast, unprofessional podcast.
Yeah.
I'm one of your hosts, PK. As always, we got the Dubon Fan Club president, Chris Moreno,
Who's about to
Subi
get
Bones
fired?
Bryles. What's going on, fellas?
Well, I apologize. Tonight has been a very I don't want to say emotional night, but it's been a pretty emotional night. We just got back from uh, the boys' baseball game, and it ended up being us versus the Twins and the umpires. And I thought I was going to get close to being ejected today. So, but the Astros got a sweep with the Royals, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Browse, how are things going with you?
Uh, League City Little League Marlins tied the Twins. It's like kissing your sister. Nobody wins. Absolutely
No strings
terrible.
in
But
that.
yeah, let's get to the real stuff here. Yeah. Hey guys, we got a sweep. First of the year. So I'm excited to talk about that tonight. And of course, we've got KC coming up in the series this weekend. I'm ready to get into that as well. PK, how about you, buddy?
Pretty uneventful, unlike you guys. So it's just work, and that's it. Not busy like you. Had soccer practice tonight. That's it, man. That's pretty much it. Volleyball this weekend. So, but yeah, no. Astros get the sweep. It was nice to put some wins together. See some pretty good ABs. Christian Walker, you know, he's dropped the Abreu 2.0 moniker that was temporarily given to him. I feel so. I hope that he keeps swinging the bat the way that he is. And then Zach DeZenzo, uh, I mean, he's making a case to get more ABs. We talked about it. We talked about it early on whenever they decided to keep DeZenzo up with the big league squad. Like, how are you going to get this guy ABs? You're just going to, hinder him if he's just up here playing every, 3 games. But we've seen consistently that when the kid gets some playing time, he puts the bat on the ball, puts it in play, and it's. I feel like it's just making it more difficult for him to be out of the lineup. The problem is that who replaces him, or who does he replace that's currently playing? So then we kind of get into that. But yeah, I say a big series win because we swept the Blue Jays. We took 2 from the Padres. It's 5 out of the last 6. We go into Kansas City this weekend. I love the meme that I'm starting to see on Twitter that happened last year, but it is the side mirror with the Astros logo that says objects in mirror are closer than they appear. I've started seeing that, on the feed. So let's get right into it, man. Tell me about what y'all think about the Blue Jays series.
Well, I mean, I just want to say, everybody, you're welcome because I am personally taking responsibility for the surge for Christian Walker because I benched him on my fantasy team. And since I've benched him, he's had these last 2 games. So, City of Houston Astros fans, you're welcome. I mean, I honestly think like it's a series that we needed to have. Like, if this was going to be if we were going to transition out of the offense is hot garbage, like it's only a matter of time. The starting pitcher can only hold so much ground before eventually it's going to have some bumps in here, and where's the offense going to be? But I mean, like I think these 3 games, I mean, like it's kind of what you expect in a sweep. I mean, the offense did just enough. I mean, the last game, I think they won 3-1 yesterday. Last night they won 3-1. Offense did just enough. I mean, you had stellar starts by Ryan Gusto, Hunter Brown, and I don't remember, and Blanco as well. I mean, so you had again the starting pitching has been fantastic coming out of the gate, outside of a small couple hiccups. I mean, but it was great to see this offense. I mean, like even though I would have loved to see more than just 3 runs in 1 inning, but it's good to see this offense finally start to slowly come back to life. I mean, Jordan smoked a ball last night that, man, like I really thought that was going to be a home run, but it looks like he's slowly starting to get back into form. But I swear to God, if Espada benches him, like I'm gonna be livid. because it definitely looks like when he was benched in that one getaway game before a day off last week, it kind of reset the progress he was making, his time and stuff like that. So, I mean, again, you can't complain. I mean, it's hard to complain about a sweep. I mean, if you do, it's nitpicking. So, I mean, I got nothing but positive stuff, man. Bros, what you got?
I actually got some notes on this because I did want to go in and look at all three of these games and kind of compare them all. And I mean, obviously the Monday game, 7-0, that was a no-brainer. And, Hunter Brown went out there and just absolutely dominated. That was a pitching performance that we haven't seen from him, or at least I haven't seen from him probably in his entire career so far. He went out there with a 2-hitter and had 9 strikeouts and went 7 innings. So he looks like he is most definitely our ace moving forward. I was really excited to see that. And for the record, he gets the pitching performance of the entire series for me. Other than that, we had DeCinzo. He went 2 for 3 in that game, 2 runs, 1 RBI. PK, you nailed it, man. I was looking at all three of these games and I was trying to figure out, I was like, so who is my offensive player for this entire series? Is it going to be Walker? Is it going to be DeCinzo? And the first person I penciled down actually was I wanted to look at Pena, see what he did, because I remember him coming up with some clutch hits. But honestly, from a stat perspective, he did well, but he didn't do anything close to what Walker and DeCinzo did. Both Walker and DeCinzo went 5 for 7 for the entire series. DeCinzo had 3 runs. Walker had 2. They both had 2 RBIs. So I got to give it to DeCinzo for the offensive player of the entire series. These guys were playing really, really hard. For game 2, it was really nice to see Blanco come back after those terrible starts that he had. And he kind of looked like the Blanco that we're kind of used to seeing, right? It's like we're not used to seeing Blanco going out there and struggling and then just absolutely giving up runs right and left and giving up to the bullpen in like the 4th inning. So him coming strong and winning that game on Tuesday 5-1 really helped out. Walker had a phenomenal game. He was 3 for 3 with a run and an RBI. And then Wednesday, Chris, just like you said, I would have liked to seen a little bit more offense than 3 runs, but hey, 3 runs did it. So we were fine. Walker and DeCinzo once again took over the offense on that. And it was a great series. It was good to see the first sweep of the year. It was good to see these guys go out, get a 3-game winning streak, especially what they did to San Diego. Sorry, guys, I was at the game on Sunday. And, of course, because I went to the game on Sunday, they lost that one. But, hey, out of 2 series, I'll take 5 out of 6 all day, every day. PK, what you got?
Well, I just want to state that I had a correct prediction for the Padres series, and y'all didn't. So
no, I was way off.
That's fair.
I was talking about downer on the.
You want to talk about going out on a freaking limb, taking 2, doing 2 out of 1. But no, look, I think let's go back to the Ronel Blanco outing. I think I posted it after the game ended. That's what this guy needed. We haven't seen that outing from him, all season, right? And so, he needed to come out there for his own self-esteem, I guess, if you want to say it, right? Self-confidence, right? Knowing that, last year wasn't a fluke. He started rough so far. This is 2 seasons in a row where he's completely dominated, the Blue Jays at home. I mean, he had the no-no last year. And then again, not that he had no-no this time, but you know what I mean? Like, he's dominated them in 2 starts at home the last 2 seasons. So really happy to see Ronel, fight back, have a good outing. Gusto really impressed me. I mean, look, we knew Gusto has some arm talent. We've known that. We've seen his, first few starts, but his start this week was really impressive to watch. I mean, he looked like he belonged, and it's a good problem to have when you have as much starting pitching depth as we have at the moment, right? Eric Gay should be, I would assume, be back here soon. LMJ, I think he's got a rehab start down in Corpus coming up the next few days. But what I want to get into, and I don't know if you guys saw this. Have y'all seen anything on X about a possible Cam Smith in center field? Have y'all seen anything about that?
I haven't seen that.
Okay, so I don't know how true it is, because it seems very it seems out there because would you put Cam Smith in center and DeCenzo in right if you lose the defensive, play that Jake Myers gives you in center field? Someone posted it, or I saw it on there, right? And they were about it. They were pumped on that. So, but my only thing is that you're going to have, if you did that, you would have three players at learning new positions, three infielders playing outfield positions for the first time all at one time. So I'm curious to see what you guys, think about that. If you're asking me, I think you still leave it the way it is so that you at least have one guy that actually plays the outfield in the outfield. I mean, Myers' defense out there, I mean, we all know what the guy can do. Well, yeah, curious to see what you guys think on that potential thing or, hypothetical.
Okay, I guess I'll start. No, I say you leave it the way it is. I mean, the only way that makes sense is that, I mean, like you would have to have, you'd put Cam Smith in center, you'd put DeCenzo and I guess right. Is that what they're saying? Put him in right.
Well, that's assuming that Altuve is staying in left, right?
Yeah. I mean, you would have to do that, but then like you would essentially like, I would say Chas and Myers would have to come in from the seventh inning on to kind of be like your closer outfielders.
Yeah.
I mean, that still may end up being an option. I mean, like if Brendan Rodgers, doesn't put it together, you just always move Altuve back to, second base. And we're seeing like a handful of the last, 5 games? He played like 2 or 3 games at second base. So, I mean, like there's ways you could, I mean, I would assume that this is trying to get DeCenzo a lot more at bats than what he's getting. That's what I'm assuming.
Exactly what it is.
So, what I don't understand is, I mean, if that's the plan, then why don't you just come up with an alternate lineup to when Altuve plays second, you put DeCenzo in left.
Exactly.
There you go. And it's that simple. Really simple. And then you alternate Cam Smith with Chas McCormick. And then, and then like you said, or, if Cam Smith has a hot bat or DeCenzo has a hot bat, you can still put Chas in center field. And you're not going to have, I mean, it's tough right now for anybody to, be on the level defensively as Jake Myers.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I feel like you're not going to have that much of a downgrade going from Jake Myers to Chas. So, that's what I would do. Like, I don't see a point of making this drastic thing. As of right now, I think Myers has saved you enough runs defensively this year than it would be to hope on the fact of So I think the Jake Myers, the runs that he saves defensively outweighs the potential offensive production that DeCenzo could potentially give you. So, long story short, no.
What do you think, Ross?
Okay, so I'm thinking of a couple things here. One, I think the best way to do this, if you're trying to get DeCenzo in, we're basically trying to play Billy Bean ball here, right? We're trying to get the hot bats in. We're trying to get as much hits. Does he get on base? Okay, so I think your odd man out in all of that is Chas. I think Chas is going to be on the bench. Sorry, but you've got to put DeCenzo, I think, probably in left field, leave Cam in right, leave Myers in center, and then you've got to give the majority of the plays at second base back to Altuve. Don't get me wrong. I mean, Altuve can play left field, but his natural position is second. He is a good second baseman. Guys, how many times has he been to the All-Star game playing second base? How many times has he started the All-Star game playing second base? It's not like we've got, oh no, what are we going to do with Altuve? He can't play second base. Yeah, he can. And don't get me wrong, Brendan Rodgers has been great, stepping in, getting in there. He's had some good at-bats. His batting average isn't the best, but it's not terrible either. But I think you use Brendan Rodgers to offset Altuve on either days off or when you do want to put him in left, or maybe even put Altuve in a DH position to give him a day off in the field or something like that. Honestly, I think that's the best way you're going to be able to do it if you're trying to give DeCenzo at bats. Now, keep in mind, he's on a hot streak right now. I hope he keeps it up, and I hope that batting average keeps going. But honestly, if this is a streak, then there's not too much that we have to worry about. But in the very near future that we've got right now, the way I see it is you put DeCinzo in left, you keep Myers in center field because he's got the best defense of any of the outfielders, just like Chris was saying, on the entire team. And then you keep Cam Smith in right. Don't get me wrong. Cam Smith, listen, his defense out there in right field, we've seen it. It's not
better.
pretty, but he's athletic, man, and he's going to make it happen. So do I want to trust him in center field right now? No. Do I want to see Altuve back at second base and DeCinzo in left? Yes. So if that answers the question, then that's what I've got.
Yeah, so Jason Rome is the one. I just saw it on Googled it, actually. Jason Rome was the one that said there was a potential tweak that the Astros are thinking about in the lab. So just kind of curious to see what you guys thought about it. I think you leave it the way it is, man. Like I think if you want to make this type of change, then you do what Moreno said, which was give Altuve back his position, second base, and then DeCinzo plays the other corner. If you really want DeCinzo in there, I think at least for now, and then if you need to do defensive subs later in the games, later in the game, then do it. Yeah, this is something I saw, and I was kind of curious to see what you guys thought about it. But look, man, I think we're a game out of second place. I think as of earlier today. I don't know if the Rangers play today.
I thought we were
They've
getting
got
at the first
DeGrom
place.
going at 9:00.
What I say?
You said a game at a second place.
A game out of first place. We're in second place. My bad. You messed up on the intro. I'll let that be my one error for tonight.
It's going to be an E3.
Hey, man, I don't know. We got to bring me down with your Titanic. Listen.
That's going to be an E2.
It's been a long night already.
So we got the Royals this weekend. Royals are sitting at 12-14. Let's see, they won 4 in a row in the last. They're 4-6 in the last 10.
Well, hold on. Let's not give them all this praise. They just swept the Rockies. The Rockies are 4-20.
Well,
so
I didn't say who they beat. I just said they won 4 in a row.
Well, I'm just saying. See, I knew what was going on. Man, like I'm sitting here and I'm hearing all this stuff. Man, it's been pouring here for the last 10, 15 minutes.
Oh.
Like I'm sitting here adjusting my stuff. All right, we're getting sidetracked. Yeah, so they swept the Rockies. Congratulations. You beat a team. They was 4-17, now they're 4-20. Awesome.
Well, I mean, hey, a streak is a streak, right?
I guess. All I'm saying is that, yes, they should beat the Rockies.
Well, yeah, they should. Bryce, who's the potentials?
All right, so game one we got Wesneski versus Lugo. Lugo right now is 1-3 with a 3.9 ERA. So his record isn't exactly going up to what his ERA is, but I mean, listen, Seth Lugo's been around this league for how long? I don't even know. I don't even know how many.
He was good last year, though.
Oh, he was fantastic last year.
It was great last year. I like it. Wasn't expecting
game. No, I don't think anybody was. Game 2, you got Fromber versus Michael Wacha, who's 0-3 with a 4.15 ERA. And then game 3, you've got Superstar Brown versus Bubik, who is 2-1 with a 1.45 ERA. So that game 3 Sunday getaway, you're looking at a pitcher's duel.
Yeah, I mean, they're missing Brady Singer right now. Like that trade they made for getting to acquire Jonathan India, as of right now, is completely backfired on him because he's not hitting. I don't even think he's hitting half his weight, to be honest with you.
No.
I think that, I mean, they're playing in KC, right?
Yes.
I mean, I like Wisniewski. I think he's pitched really well his last 2 starts. I mean, it just really frustrates the crap out of me, the fact that this offense is not providing him with run support. And then you said Hunter Brown is pitching game 3.
Game 3 against Bubik.
Yeah, I ain't worried about Bubik or Pubic, whatever his name is. I'll put my money on Hunter Brown. And then the middle matchup is what? Fromber
versus Wacha.
Wacha.
See, Walker's or not Walker, but Fromber's tough because you don't know what Fromber you're going to get. Right? Are you going to get sneaky like, the first 2 innings he throws 75 pitches, and the next, 5 innings he throws like 12 total, and he's got a 4-hit shutout going, or is he going to get shelled because he can't locate his pitches? I'm gonna go a win for Wisniewski, mainly because he's on my fantasy team. I'm gonna take a win for Hunter Brown. You know what? I'm gonna roll the dice here. I'm gonna say it's gonna be a 3-0 sweep for the Astros, and we're gonna keep this W train rolling. That's what I got.
That's a bold move there, Cotton. All right.
bro.
Yeah, I'm not too far off of what Chris is going for here, and I do really like the Wisniewski matchup against Lugo. I think Lugo's gotten a little unfortunate with the way he's been pitching. I mean, he hasn't been pitching bad, but it's the same thing. You can say the same thing about Wisniewski. So I think that one's kind of a coin flip, to be honest with you. And it depends on, instead of which pitcher shows up on that game for game one, I think it's going to depend on which offense shows up for game one. So do we get the anemic Astros that are going to go out there and leave runners stranded, or are we going to have what we've seen the last 6 games where they're going out there and actually putting some stuff together? And I think that right now we're on a little bit of a roll. I mean, you can't complain about a 5-for-6 streak going into Kansas City. And Chris, you said it. It's like they just played Colorado. So it's like, what did they even do? I mean, don't get me wrong. It's like batting practice out there, especially against the way Colorado, and I hate to beat them down so bad, but they really right now are not much of an MLB team at all.
You're fine. They're 4-20. Beat away.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
yeah, they if this was soccer, they would be relegated. So anyway, long story short, I think we do take game one. Game two, Fromber. Which Fromber do you get? He has been so shaky the first 3 innings. It's like it gives me heartburn every time I watch him until he settles down for like inning 4 or 5. He has so much traffic on the bases. It just drives me absolutely insane because it takes like an amazing catch in the outfield or some ridiculous double play that shouldn't have happened to begin with just to get him out of an inning. And you're just like, oh, thank God. Okay. Whew, we're safe. And then Hunter Brown, yeah, I'm not gonna argue on that. I think we win that game 1-0. Game 2 is a wild card. I'm gonna go 2-1 because I don't know if something's gonna go haywire. We should win all 3 of these games. Chris should be right, not me. So I hope Chris is right and not me.
That's fair.
Yeah, I think I'm not picking against Hunter Brown until he gives me a freaking reason, right? Like Sunday's a dub. I'm taking that as a win. Low scoring, frustrating to watch I'm assuming it will be frustrating to watch the offense struggle, but you are facing a good pitcher. So, but I still we get the win on Sunday. I am really starting to like Wisniewski. So I'm taking the win on Friday tomorrow, and y'all already said it. You stole all the thunder about like Fromber comparison or Fromber adjectives or description of what he is, because everything you guys said is exactly how his outings go. So I think I too will take the L on Saturday. I'll go 2-1. And I agree, Bryles. We should be sweeping this. And that's really not even a homer pick. I mean, it's just we should be sweeping these guys.
That's straight stats.
Yeah, but with Fromber's uncertainty of what Fromber we're gonna get, I'll go 2-1. Last night I was on X and I was posting a few things, and I know we haven't really talked about it, but y'all know what like I have several things that kind of really piss me off from game to game with the Astros, particularly the fact that we can't seem to throw out any base runners at all, ever.
Man.
Or sometimes we don't even throw the ball down to third base when the guy's stealing, So you have Bobby Witt, who's a cheetah. I mean, we all know. Is there any kind of and I really haven't seen anything on X or anything about any kind of frustrations with our lack of throwing, base runners out or allowing them to, take that extra bag. But, and I know that part of it, some of that falls to the pitcher because of how fast or how slow his move is to the plate, right? So there's some blame for them. But like when you have, to me, it just looks like almost every, if not all, base runners that try to take a base get on a base, get that base. So, is there any concern about that going into this weekend where, like, Kansas City should just be running, or Bobby Witt Jr. should just be taking bases until they throw them out?
Yeah. I mean, like, I had this conversation with somebody not too long ago, and I went ahead and I looked up Diaz's stats for last season, and yeah, they were good. I mean, I don't want to. He's not your prototypical catcher that's gonna hose out people at second. You're gonna be able to steal on him, and if I'm the Royals, yeah, if I get a man on base, I'm stealing second. I mean, like, until Diaz can prove to me that he can throw a base runner out, yeah, I'm running on him all day. I mean, it's as simple as that. It's just not. He's an offensive catcher, and he's what's the word? About an average as a defender as you can think. He's never been a big arm guy that's going to throw runners out going to second. So, yeah, like I said, if I'm KC, I'm running all day until he gives me a reason to not run.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's that simple.
PK, I'm actually glad you brought this up. This is something I was looking at, and we were all expecting Yanier to take that next step like he did last year offensively, and honestly be the starting all-star catcher for the American League with the way his offense was looking and progressing, going from last year or the year before 2023 into 2024 and then now into 2025. We were hoping that was going to be the step. But you're right. He's thrown out all of one runner so far this year. I was just looking at his pop times. His pop time last year was 1.78. This year is 2.08. So he's lost.
I didn't realize it was that.
He's lost a step somewhere. Yeah, no, it's whatever that reaction time is from him catching the ball, popping up, and throwing it to second base just isn't translating. So I don't know if that's just some little thing they can tweak. I don't know if maybe he's got like some kind of a little shoulder injury or something like that they're not disclosing, but you don't see a pop time difference that big in somebody that young, especially in the major leagues at this point. So I'm not saying I'm sitting here on the Astros analytical team, but you would think that he would be able to at least strike down some of those guys. So anyway, long story short, yeah, you're right. If you're Kansas City, man, because Caratini also doesn't have the greatest pop time in the entire world either, right? So it's like, yeah, if you're Kansas City, I'm sorry. I'd say run. Yeah,
any team.
That's the only way you're going to win.
It's any team.
Yeah,
if I'm any team, I'm running when I play Houston until you can throw me out.
And what I want to say is this too. Like, I mean, a lot of people, they go to other podcasts for, the guys, the way they interact. But I'll be damned if you want to come and listen to some good Astros pop time breakdowns. We got them here at the Juice Box Heroes. We will break down some catcher pop times like nobody else. That's how we roll. I mean, we can't get an intro video to work for shit, but we can break down some pop times.
But we got the pop times.
Yeah.
Maybe we might even hit the correct outro video. The outro tonight.
Well, now you jinxed it. Now you jinxed it.
I'm just waiting to see if Houston's going to select Matthew Golden. It'd be a lot cooler if they did, man. Sorry.
Hell yeah, it would.
Ooh, it's pouring again.
I thought they were going to do Kelvin Banks. I thought they were going to go after him, but he went 9.
That's who I had in my mock draft.
Yeah, no. We're talking about soccer, so you don't even know.
Oh, well, I was talking about underwater basketball even. Joke's on you.
Cool. Well, look, we got our predictions in for the weekend. Chris hit the correct video or sound.
Oh, now I'm telling you, you juked it. You jinxed it. Well, y'all start talking. Now we have this weird, like...
No, I got to wait. I'll make sure you do it right. We're going to get one of these. There we go.
All right, guys.
I've got a cool breakdown of
he has his pop time and the increase that it was from last year this year. We always have fun talking to you guys. I hope you guys have a great time listening to us. Y'all have a great weekend. Go League City Marlins. And I'm PK. That's Chris. And that's Bryles. And we will see y'all on Sunday, 7:30. Y'all have a good weekend.
Hook 'em in the draft.
Oh, man.
In the draft also. Let's go. Johnny Barron went
Yep.
20 to the Broncos.
Oh, Barron went to the